Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another casted game one, the 1 vs 1 ranked quick search ladder, and we found ourselves a pro level game between Hazza and ChefSudiste. The map is Texas, spawning to the north of the map in the colour blue, playing as the USA. It is Hazza. Opponent today, it is Chef, and he's playing as the Portuguese, spawning down to the south map in the colour red. We've seen a little bit of action from Hazza recently. Enjoying the kind of the Chinese immigrants build, Philadelphia Convention, Agent of Pennsylvania, playing the new standard USA. Chef, I haven't actually seen a Chef game in a while actually. It'd be interesting to see how this goes, and I think Chef will be looking for the more of a fast agent to the third age, defensive, buy time, let the vills boom and do the working for him to kind of grow the game that way. Chef's probably one of the strongest players in the ladder at the moment. Comfortably a 2200 elo player, very consistent across his two same accounts in the Portuguese, and this is his main squeeze. He knows this Civ inside and out. However, I do worry a little bit here for Chef, because playing against USA late game, I think USA is the best late game Civ in the game. I think it's better than Ports. I think it's better than Malta. There's a real struggle to think of any true late game, with all respect in the supremacy scene compared to the Portuguese. Interesting to see how he goes about his business here. He has gone for a house. He's got captured a couple cows. I'm expecting naturalist age up. He does have a Fate Torres card 1. I've been tempted with the 7 sheep homestead wagon to kind of livestock pen up the cows. I think it's a good trade, so we'll see how that goes. Hazza, no surprise, he's laming. He's absolutely laming here with the Chinese immigrants as USA. Everybody in my Twitch chat thinks that China is lame because I play it and I keep getting wins with it, but the Chinese immigrants makes China look very European in consideration. It's so good. This card, it's free trading posts and it's extra HP. It's so insane. It's so broke. It's so good. But this is now in the game forever. And you know, there was a time when USA meta was like go French CDBs and then maybe pivot with the Irish immigrants, or go 10-10 or 12-10 or 13-10 with the German immigrants. But now it's just Chinese immigrants, game in, game out, get those TPs down, get the XP income and play from there. And you kind of like on the bright side is one side you take map, you take XP, and you win the game that way. The other way is this action prolongs the game, pushes the game more towards a late game, which is USA favored anyway. So it's a strategical win-win. However, Hazza wants to play this, and I think it's just him kind of getting used to the Civ. We have seen his deck before. He loves to kind of get the Highlanders. Showed us the Arkansas post card for extra saloons, extra churches, extra trading posts to drive that Highlander card further. Last time we had 9 Highlanders, and because they're mercenaries, high HP, they do, somewhat resist town centre fire because of the high HP. Just chill out with the ducks here. They're just enjoying their time. The fish here as well, just chilling. He's just flopping. He's not actually moving. He's just flopping in the water. Blub blub. Blub blub. Blub blub. Just chilling. Hazza moves in to scout the age up here from the Chef, but Chef hasn't aged up because he's not doing a 10-10. He's aging up with 13 villagers.
See?
Chef has brought some cows back, but I think these are just getting eaten straight away, which it makes me sad, but Portuguese makes sense. The quicker you age up to the third age, the quicker you get 3 TCs out, the quicker you Vil boom, and that game just moves forward. Stopping mining early because he's the Fate Torres to drive that coin income. 700 coins to age up, and he's just going to get as much food else as possible. 2 semi-fattened cows, they will go down and get eaten as well, probably pretty quickly. That will get him moving along. But it's interesting to see that there's no real congestion of the trading post line here from ports. Not really much you can do, and I think Chef is wise enough to know that if he wants to try and contest the 3 trading posts on the map, well, he knows that there's going to be more trading posts being spawned in for free, and that soon he may have to deal with many Highlanders, and tell you something for a fact. A freebie. One of Harrison's golden rules is that Age 2 Musketeers and Age 2 crossbows with no upgrades do terrible versus Highlanders. So, what's the point? What is the literal point of Port staying Age 2? There is no point for Portuguese to stay Age 2, and hence why we see this play here from the chef. 700 coin coming in behind, and 700 wood following up. Has enough resources, going to click up at 525, and you see all these extra livestock Age 1 really assisting that XP driving. Hazza here scouting. The only problem is he's going to give up his US General, and that is worth a tasty 70 XP for the Portuguese player, which means another next shipment here for Chef. Relatively quick XP for the trading post. I think as soon as Chef aged up, he has enough experience points to go for the fort. He has no fort in deck, which surprises me. I feel great synergy with the Portuguese and the fort. It's kind of Julian's favourite go-to play. But Julian's idea of fantastic port play is go mid-map with your first TC. Drop a fort forward, and you've controlled 80% of the map with a building you can't really kill early on. Certainly 2 Falps can't kill a fort. The SARs do come up here from Hazza. Is Hazza backing this up with Highlanders? He is backing this up with Highlanders. And he's going to get a massive 9 Highlanders out on the field. And that is from all the levy abilities. Maxing the saloons out, maxing the churches out. Going for this really strong Huss-Musk composition with the Highlanders acting as the musketeer role. One villager is out on the open. You're going to get picked off, but there's enough resources in base, though, to keep Chef happy. Chef is aging up slow, I think. Yeah, he clicked up at 525. Going up with the Ethiopian Queen for the Shotel Warriors. Fortunately, aged up fast. Could have had a shipment of Cassadors on the way already. And Dragoons being trained. Because guess what? Those Highlanders are just going to march through. Not enough TC fire is available here to take these down. Why are they so strong? Why are they so tanky? And they're just not even giving 2 fucks. Just going to try and find that town centre. ChefSudiste is running away with the covered wagon. Going to try and take some side resources. What the worst thing is going to happen for Chef now is he's going to lose this town centre to his musketeers. But guess what? He's diverted a lot of the Highlanders away from the central base of the Portuguese. These 2 TCs are still firing. And apart from the fact that I've not still firing with all his villas in the town centre, going to lose a couple of Cassadors. He's actually, well, yeah, he bought time. The Highlanders chasing the TC have given up chase. So, Chef has actually bought time and got that 3rd town centre down. So, props to ChefSudiste. It's going quite well for him so far. More Hussars do come in behind. The Chef is training goons, sending goons. All the villagers are nice and safe in the town centre. 2 Dragoons do come out. Gonna get some fire on the Hussars. Castor's trying to get some final damage on the Highlanders. Not gonna get too much done, but TC fire is still very focused on the Highlanders. Another Highlander goes down. Dragoons working on the Hussars, and this play has ended. But Hazza is definitely aging up behind this. 700 coin. Definitely making a good shout. Doesn't have Hamiltonian economics just yet. I think he might be tempted to. With all his XP he gets. That'll mean free mark upgrades, or his previous ones already research money back. Yeah, I wouldn't say no with that. Going for another levy ability straight onto the Apache settlement. I like the idea of going TPs for TP's sakes, but actually, if you're not gonna do anything with the native trading post, save it. Just save it and call regular Minutemen, or maybe wait until this one goes down, because I don't think he's actually planning Apache cav raiding on the villagers with the villager tech. He's actually gonna age up, send in VGA for the fast age, and catch up. But unfortunately, though, those Highlanders didn't really kill many villagers here from the Chef. Chef is going at 24 vills, sending in unit shipments, happily getting stuff going. But it's 3 TC booming behind this. Meanwhile, Hazza, yeah, he does have more economy right this moment, but he needs to kind of get stuff done to stop this play, and you know, Chef's happily just taking bills from 3 TCs forwards. Halbs will put this train post under pressure as well. 2 train posts likely to go down, and that's what I was saying actually. You know, the levy ability, I suppose, is halfway to the next levy, but Minutemen could have been here pushing back to Halbs or buying time. Question, maybe not. Fast age up comes in. Sharpshooter's been researched in as well. These will come veteran on the age up. I think he sees enough coin for the Carbine Cavalry, Pennsylvania Cavalry, XP crates. It's just this immediate tempo spike of the age up sharpshooters and the Pennsylvania is so good. You just age up, essentially age up fast with 9 sharpshooters. Oh, it's so good. Halbs to get their job done. They siege train post. They're going to back out. I think Chef is feeling that there's a little bit of pressure coming in here from Hazza. The age up skirms doesn't see anything from this explorer. Maybe a tactical spyglass, but knows that there's sharpshooters in the field. Organ guns. Next card. But in terms of like map and resources, I think Chef's playing this very well. Sharpshooters get behind and point blank kill some of those halberdiers. Organ guns will spawn forward. Ooh, Chef was looking to sneak into this trading line. I don't think he has enough resources. Sharpshooters have gone back to his forward TC. Where the organs guns going to come from? Maybe this TC still looks promising. He's going to get them out and try and get them in as fast as possible. They make connection with the sharpshooters. Yeah, say goodbye to those skirmishers. The dragoons try and move themselves around. They're just not quite in range. Sharpshooters go down, but the Carbine Cavalry in melee mode. Let's put into these organ guns, and in the end, that's a very disappointing pot there from the Chef. They're the Halbs. They're just busy trying to siege 3.5k HP trading posts. They're just too tanky for the Halbs to get work done. If the Halbs were there, that would have, you know, they would have gone down to the skirms, but the organ guns would still be alive. This army would have been pushed back. But another trading post rickshaw wagon is crossing the map. And, why is it so good? Why is that the best Age 1 card in the game? Anyway, can't use that thumbnail. I've already used the Chinese immigrants on this map as the main video topic before, but I can't help but say it's so good. More goons will come out and try and tear down his train post. He kind of has to. It's a level 2 stagecoach, so it is worth for villagers. This kind of like dancing around the train posts across the map doesn't really address the fact that Portuguese is booming on 3 town centres. Well, Hazza's still on 1. Try and train units. Hazza, oh my god, look at this. Their Kentucky Hunters are coming. The 5 Aoe3s, and then and like maybe 10, 11. I think it was 11 sharpshooters for that shipment, or maybe it was 10 then. The next shipment would be 11. There's so much skirm here. And, USA is a very strong skirm goon civ. Carbine Cavalry. Quite a lot of the cav techs, like the Buffalo Soldiers, I think were in the 4th age and moved to the 3rd.
What is your command?
I guess the American Hussars are pretty poor, but there's no reason to say that you can't go Hussars in this combination as well. Chef realizing that Hazza dominating the early game tempo caused the tactical timeout. Maybe he has to put the kettle on. Maybe answer the door, goes to the toilets. Maybe rearrange his villager micro. A couple berries being taken back in base. Any hunt nearby? Yeah, back hunt. A couple animals still safe. Side hunt, that's another juicy couple of thousand food in there. Hunt near that side CC, pretty safe as well. So this is the thing of, if the Portuguese had a fort in his deck, he could actually train organ guns right now. Maybe send in 1,000 gold, maybe 1,000 wood, and just get the organ guns produced. That would dominate this. And if you have safe organ gun production, you can also then match Hazza's shipments of Gatling guns as well. Might not be the micro battle you really want to get involved with, but it's not really a bad thing. And if a fort was dropped down, say mid-map or over on this TP, just dominates so much of the setting. He had to go for the early skirms to defeat the Highlanders in base. TC Fire was working up its magic away. No Minutemen called for that engagement, which is it's not questionable. I suppose Minutemen would get picked off pretty quickly, so it might not have been a great investment of resources. Come on, Chef. Get back to the game! We need you to clap the cheeks of this USA player. Although it's Hazza, and we all love Hazza, we've got to support our British compatriot. I would actually say that playing USA is a little bit more dirty than playing ports. Some say that ports actually are S. A lot of people say that every civ in this game is S tier. I've even had people say that China is a lame civ, but then do I blame them as well? Nah, not really. Castor Sukuma, a couple of veteran hussars finally on the field here for the Chef, and will close down this army. He gets the snare, and Dragoons focusing down on the Carbine Cavalry. That's a good micro. You see, actually, Chef is actually targeting down the Carbine Cavalry where possible, and there's still a decent amount of hussars on the field. Veteran Cav as well. More hussars in queue. Doesn't have. I don't think the ports even have a hussar shipment in the third age at all, so that explains why the goons are getting close. And you see a couple of these skirms are just getting dragged into the melee mode, which you don't really want to be. Aoe3's doing very strong damage though, very strong, but more hussars coming across, and you just see how dragoons and skirms are just interested only for killing the Carbine Cavalry and let the hussars behind do the work behind this. Chef floating 1,000 food, more villagers in queue, up to 52 as we speak. But the fight's going pretty evenly, double down trade, but you know, with Hazza, he's now sending in 1k wood, does double trading posts on wood. Likely can get trading posts from the state capital and get that villager production going as well. He needs to do something because he starts to see that Chef is taking the lead in the score. Veteran Carbine Cavalry still coming there from the stable. Skirmass just about survives that cavalry play. Hazza once again sneaking that trading post here with levy ability. I'd be annoyed if I was Chef. You just try and keep on top of the trading post, but they keep on springing up like cockroaches.
Hello.
Well, good day to you, sir. The villagers are happily gathering on the map. Double outpost here from Chef, wanting to try and lock down his access to the remaining hunt. Was that on the 1k wood? It is on 1k wood. This player's come from. Chef. Sometimes Chef actually has refrigeration as age 3 deck. I do love to see the Constable card. I think Constable is actually one of the better cards for Portuguese. Halb Combat and Hussar Combat, which is actually a really strong combination when pulled off effectively. Town Centre here from Hazza comes up, and maybe another Town Centre as well. I would be tempted to follow up with a third Town Centre, and has the resources for it. He's always going to go for Zapped Lands. Velasquez Legion will come in. I suppose they're technically called the Gardo Land, but they're like Royal Veteran Consulate, yeah, Consulate stat units, but with an extra little bit added on top, I think. Anyway, very strong units. And the train post has just got built by Hazza. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. And the veteran sharpshooters do cross the map. See the outpost here from the Chef. The thing is, Chef, he doesn't have advanced fortifications in his deck. For some reason, he has H2 Gunpowder Combat. If that was H4 advanced fortifications, he could be on his way to the 4th age at some point. And then, boom. 3 fortified outposts, locking down the map. An H2 outpost doesn't quite do anything, though. It's just there to look at. It doesn't really secure map. And Apache, oh, here we go. The Apache villager tech raiding has started here from Hazza. So far, this game has been polite, lame from both players, but Apache raiding. Oh, he actually has the. Oh, he doesn't have the Apache. Was it shipment in the 3rd age that USA have actual access to? So he could have stealth Apache and then unstealth with multipliers versus villagers. Very strong. Castor's trying to engage the guard. Ulan's goons, hussars, dry box micro, put everything to the front. And the Ulan's going down. We do have Minutemen support available here from ChefSudiste. Let's ride with his point of view. Minutemen being called from 4TC. That's the second age. Oh, it's a bit of a cleanup here, actually. Hazza's getting diced apart. Nice raiding on the back there. This is the problem with big fighting. So many vills going to go down. I think the chef has seen it. But does it matter when that main army is being picked off and nearly all the hussars being dealt with so that the skirmers can combat and fight the castles. Meanwhile, many villagers are losing in the back of base. Hazza's 4 Apaches are just killing vills. They're like, I don't know, 10 shots in a vill, which makes it doesn't sound that good, but while a fight's happening, a decent amount of villagers are going down. And that's just a signal there for Hazza to actually open fire and get more. No greatcoats on his villagers. The chef has let me down today. Gotta get your greatcoats on those villagers, especially when you're Portuguese and you have like 80 odd vills and have like floating 1,000 food. It's worth it. Get it. Castles do move in, engaging sharpshooters. Gatling guns have been called from Hazza from the shipment. 2 hussars looking for a vill pickup, but they won't find anything. Gatling guns will go into the castles, and 5 units go down straight away. Back at home, the Apache Cav threat has been dealt with. Dragoons moving on the right-hand side, trying to catch up with these units. No upgrades yet here from Chef. No constable, no Dragoon combats. And it's interesting that even though ports on 75 vills, a little bit of Apache raiding, a little bit of Velasquez Legion and some Gatling guns. 4TC, maybe Minutemen available from Hazza as well. Minutemen being called from the 4TC. And the game's still in the balance. Gatling's very dangerous. Another batch of castles going down as a result there. Now on 2TC's booming behind. 50 villagers with decent saloon, church economy, trading post economy as well, and that late game scaling, which we keep on talking about, which is starting to kind of get there. The score was still really close between Hazza and Chef at the moment. Chef now sending in Eco Theory at this point on 78 villagers. Apache's looking for another vill raid. Kind of denied, but more Apaches forward, and there's nothing here to protect these vills. Get your greatcoats! Don the greatcoats, the Apaches are coming, and they're gonna get killed. Yes, get quite a few comments in the YouTube. I really am bad for responding to comments. I'm just a busy, lazy person as well. But yeah, this is the Legacy UI mod. Go on to the main menu, go on to the mod browser, type in Legacy UI, or just type in UI and just have a browse of any UI mod. The best thing about mods, you can download it, install it in the game, don't have to change any files, restart the game, there it is, ready to go. If you don't like it, just unsubscribe and revert back. So pick a theme which you like. I think some people are annoyed with how DE is presented in generally, so yeah, have a look around. Chef is kind of reinforcing the forward villagers hunting, trying to take down the forward trading post, but it still doesn't really deal with the problem that Hazza can continuously train the Apache doubleville. Oh, we never researched veteran Apache warriors, and yeah, but maybe that's not the biggest thing he has to worry about with those Apache Cav. The anti-vill tech is the big one and does get that one sorted. Right, let's drive Chef. I feel that an age up is relatively imminent from the Portuguese player, but not quite the case. He's nearly out of hunt, but he's nowhere near to age into the next stage. Maybe he's starting to mill up. Yes, first mill down in base. Gatling guns coming out. They've just seen the low HP castles. Oh my god, it's just shredding. They just get shredded. The Gatling guns are just ripping through the low HP skirmishers that Portuguese have, and Castors with their 45% range resistance are particularly vulnerable to cannon fire. They are that squishy, and more vills get killed as well. And Chef is losing that forward hunt position that he's worked so hard to get. 41 villagers on the tree line. He does have... Oh, he doesn't even have a gang saw. Oh, it's just eco theory, but... Oh, it's like 100... It's just 100 food, or... Yeah, just to get 10% on trees. It's so important, it's so beneficial, so useful, so good. And the Chef is frantically throwing down mills and estates as well. Okay, that is very expensive. I'm going to call it here that the game is not over, and I think the game is just going to get closer from this point out. There's a moment where it was looking a bit dicey for for Hazza. But he still has a decent amount of natural resources. He's pushing Chef back into base, onto mills and estates. And if Hazza's feeling a little bit naughty, he can still go for some more. Apache Cav raiding. A couple of patches down here will get some more juicy Ville kills. And over in play now from Hazza. I think anticipating that Chef is looking to go for some artillery play as well. But yeah, he has got a couple Colves. Is this to protect the Gatling play? I think it is. Hazza is a bit of a big boy when it comes to decision making. One of the best in the game. Long history of playing at the very top level, but has a good experience of feel of anticipating what his opponent might do next. One of those would be Culverins to try and deal with the Gatling guns, because otherwise those Gatlings are shredding the Castors. Oh, I think he just saw the Culverins in the USA flag there. Coles will move forwards, unpack. And a couple shots do come in. Culverin spotted. Kentucky coal miners coming in here from Hazza. 2 coal mines. Unbelievable shipment at this point in the game. Coal mines gather twice as fast as any other mine. And it's basically... It's like in between a 1k coin crate shipment and it's like 4,000 coins super fast gathering. Like it's... 1,000 coin gives you immediate spike, but this is just insane amount of resources you can get. Well, you can get 4,000 resources, but how fast they come in. I think you could try and get this sent in earlier to kind of drive your unit production. It doesn't have amalgamation just yet, but when he gets onto that, if he gets onto that, please tell me he's not forgot about this. Couple cows still out on the field, untouched, unloved. Must be a hard time to be Revnak's mother. Look at that. Just not even any of these units are interested. Just gonna sit there. Chef now sends an H2 gunpowder attack. Has already sent in team gunpowder infantry HP, which I don't really rate this as a card. I mean, this could be that fort slot we were talking about in the third age. I think that's a bit more of an impactful moment in the game. It's not like he's going for musketeer as well, like a Castle musketeer. It's just a couple of his units, and you know, extra HP is always welcome on your units. But advanced arsenal is like maybe Chef could have sent in instead of gunpowder attack. Advanced arsenal will be speed, HP, and attack for your units once you roll through the technologies. This must be one of the longest Age 3 games we've seen for a while. No player able to get to the 4th age because they're too busy making units. Chef moving in with the Colves. Gun Squadron nearly in, but it's going to see this. He's going to try and space them out apart. And he gets too greedy with the surprise. Hazza sees this with the flag, and his own Colves turns around and gone from a 3-5 fight. With Chef taking the advantage. Hazza's walking away with a Colv and actually might trade off again. But I think Chef realised that all his Culverins were just on top of each other, trying to space them out. Then got caught in that transition period, trying to readjust his army. US General moving back. Want to keep these out of combat as much as possible. Plus 70 XP is certainly significant. At this part of the game, probably not so much, but... This man could be building a fort somewhere. I keep on forgetting that the US generals can build a fort somewhere. Certainly worth thinking about it. It's strange how they can't build a TC though, but I guess that's where the state capital and why this is one of the best buildings in the game. It's in. Archer's available for himself. He hasn't gone for that yet. Cavalry HP! He should be clicking that button right away, boosting all his carbine cavalry. Has he got his ranged cavalry caracol? I don't think Hazza's even got Arsenal down just yet. No, he hasn't. I'll tell you that because I'm pressing my Find Arsenal hotkey, which is oh my god, he's just got Arsenal. As I was thinking of where his Arsenal was. Harry the Psychic confirmed. That foundation just absorbed the Culverin shots. Gone down straight away. But just look at the coin gathering. 1,800 coin per minute.
Hello.
And that's just these guys on the coin, really.
Yes.
1.32 coin per second. Compare that to an estate with a 0.5 coin per second, including walking around the plantation doing nothing time. The coal mine is so good, and that's going to be enough resources for maybe another 5 batch of Gatling. Hazza is at max population. He does actually, yeah, he does have 4 Gatling, 4 Culverin, and the coal wagon has driven the economy to get himself more artillery. Soon, he's just going to have to age. There's not really much else he can do apart from age. Maybe get circular saw on this coin. I think both players are here. I'm just going to say, you know what? Let's age. Chef already aging. Hazza just clicking up now, as we saw at the end there. He's aging up with California, which is... But doesn't actually need them now. He's on 88 vills. I don't know how he's got 88 vills on 2TC at this point. But the chef... 99 villagers, 4th age, fully taxed mill, the next level tax for the estates appear. I've always thought, I keep on forgetting homesteading was an age 4 technology. You unlock homesteading and like, oh, glass to me, whatever it's called. It's not amalgamation, but yeah, both of those are age 4, but age 4 coals, age 4 Cassadors, Legion Dragoons, I'm sure will follow, but if I was actually chef, no joke, I would just jump straight to the 5th. Try my best, jump to the 5th. This is basically, you're already on 99 vills anyway, and might an opportunity to get there. So I think he'll move in and fight, and he'll start trading off versus Hazza. He'll be stuck. I think, not stuck in age 4 in the bad sense. But in comes age 4. Oh, actually, you know, Hazza's taking some time to get to the next age. And the Culverin Royals are spreading fire all over Hazza's artillery. And there's all the coals are just donked. And the bounce shot nearly takes out another Gatling gun behind this. And oh, it's so brutal. He's just aged up at the wrong time. Has to call in more Culverins when he really wants to be upgrading them. Yeah, he's got guard sharpshooters, another TC coming out, but he's only got 1 artillery foundry, so he can't actually tech as much as he wants. And the Gatling guns mow down so many Cassadors, but the guard Call Royales here from the chef are just saying I'm having absolutely none of that. Let's look at chef's resources. I think they're absolutely off the chart at the moment. Yeah, he is actually going for refineries. That's the upgrade name. Guard Apache Raiders are coming in. Mechanicals have been teched in for Portugal. That will be probably infantry combat. Second factory as well. Going for Minutemen. No, infantry train speed. And but late game, this is just the chef's domain. He loves his late game action. He can play very well. To be fair, Hazza is incredible treaty player as well. Gonna call in Major Hussars. Time this with some more guard sharpshooters. Chef has got to keep these goons alive because very quickly there's going to be 9 incredibly strong Hussars on this, and I have actually seen like I can't remember like if it's USA revolting, but like you can kind of get many more Major Hussars. I think I can't remember what the technical ins and outs are. All of Hazza's villages are working, but quite a lot of his villas are on chopping trees, which are moved out of the way of the mills. And what was the prime estate? Here comes the Major Hussars from the forward TC, and they're going to go straight into the Cassadors. Oh, the gun's going to have to take ages to work on them. And because there's no heavy cannons here, there's nothing to kill the Cold Royales and the guard sharpshooters as well. Match is still standing. There's 7 remaining. Don't have that high attack. Very tanky though. No forts to retrain them. Has its point of view. Outposts? No. Has to just call it there as the GG. And Chef gets into the 4th age a little bit quicker than Hazza. Slamming in there with the guard Cold Royales and winning the artillery war decisively. Guard Castadors and then eventually Legion Dragoons move in, and Hazza just couldn't quite defend his exposed resources. A lot of Vils were gathering this side, but the real question should be asked: why did Hazza not boom out to the northern side, left side, keep those production buildings more secure? Hazza only needed another like 15, 20, maybe 30 seconds to stabilize in that 4th age with upgrades. Arsenal came quite late for Hazza in the end. I don't think he got all the attacks he wanted. Okay, he did get the ranged cavalry catapult in the end there, but Chef had a fantastic game. Both players played really well. Loving the Apache raiding here from the from Hazza. Made Chef, well, think about it quite a bit. But late game Portuguese pretty good. I guess the credit is for Chef to get to 99 villagers was basically his win condition here. Didn't actually really win the game at any other point, but got 99 vills, max army, then fought, well, the only thing left to do now is age up to the 4th age and use that technology advantage to his benefit. Let's look at the villagers. Yeah, Chef, gets ahead quite quickly, loses a couple out on the map with the Apache raiding, but then Hazza is always catching up with, especially once the double TC players coming in. Maybe that second TC could have come in earlier there for Hazza, but gets to the next age. Economy is looking pretty good. Pretty close, actually. But Chef's already on, like, fully teched mills, eco-theory, refineries on the estates as well. Hazza's just a little bit behind. You can see that coin jump from the coal mines to get into the 4th age. But once that run out, then just don't have that economy driving it for you. Unfortunate there. I think the military fights, I think they're close trades most of the time. A couple of times Chef was looking a little bit shaky early on in terms of military fights, and then getting ahead in terms of villager population. Then Hazza was looking a little bit shaky in terms of trying to match the output for Chef. Then both came back, but Chef just got ahead just at the end there and managed to convert that one. Good game. If you guys enjoyed that one, let me know in the comments. I'll see you guys in the next video.